why silence was once considered power. Modern life rewards those who speak the loudest, those who react the fastest, those who are always visible. But for most of human history, power looked very different. It belonged to those who could remain silent. Silence wasn't seen as emptiness, it wasn't awkward, and it certainly wasn't weakness. In many ancient traditions, silence was discipline. It meant control, not over others, but over oneself. In Taoist thought, there is an idea called wu wei. It means acting without force, moving with life instead of against it. Water doesn't argue with the riverbed, it flows. And silence was seen the same way, not passive, but deeply aware. A mind that doesn't rush sees what others miss. Mystical traditions closer to home, like Sufism, there was a quiet understanding that speaking too much scattered the soul. Too much expression blurred inner clarity. Silence, then, was not absence, but a return, a gathering of the self, before moving outward again. Why does silence feel uncomfortable today? Because silence gives us nothing to react to, no noise to hide behind, no distraction. It exposes uncertainty, and uncertainty makes the modern mind restless. We confuse movement with progress, reaction with intelligence, and noise with confidence. Think about how often we feel the urge to respond immediately, to explain ourselves, to prove something. Notifications pull us, opinions demand replies. Silence feels like losing, but is it? Or is it simply choosing not to give your energy away? Those who are comfortable with silence don't rush to define themselves. They listen longer, they react later. They move when it feels natural, not when they feel pressured. This makes them harder to manipulate, harder to rush, harder to control. Imagine responding less but more intentionally, speaking when something truly matters, pausing instead of reacting, not because you're afraid to speak, but because you no longer need to. This is not withdrawal. It's presence without performance. Perhaps strength was never about being seen. Perhaps it was about knowing when to remain still. In a world that celebrates noise, silence has become rare. And that rarity is exactly what makes it powerful.